Hey, developing leaders. I am so sorry about the change of plans. I feel like I'm having to be fun and flexible with everybody so often these days. Just between, it's just life is busy. And after I moved meetings to the second week of the month, thinking that would help, we had another basketball banquet event pop up for the very first one of these. I'm going to run this quick because I've been working on PTO minutes most of the afternoon after serving PTO this morning. And now I am down to, I got to get done and get out of here to get to the banquet on time. Fortunately, it's like 10 minutes away. So I've got a few minutes. But tonight I really wanted to make one quick announcement and then just have a really quick conversation about the incentive trip thing. First of all, the announcement I posted on this Facebook group earlier today, that just kind of a reminder about the requirements for continuing as a part of this group. If you wish to do that, there are certain things that you need to be accomplishing, working toward, or not working toward, but having 200 PRV every month. As a leader, you should not be on the will cancel list. And as a leader, if you expect people to follow you, you need to be getting at least the 200. And honestly, you need to be working your way toward 500. But because this is a developing leaders group, the requirement is going to be 200. That officially takes effect for March. So if you didn't have it for January or February, don't think that's going to preclude you from being a part of the group. If you went ahead and jumped right into that challenge full throttle and got it for January and February, kudos to you, way to go, super proud of that. Also, being a leader means participating in team meetings and team opportunities to some degree, at least the Facebook groups. There's 2 meetings for our group every month, one for the developing leaders and one in the Greatest Dreamers group page, or in the Greatest Dreamers group. So I do expect you guys to be participating on those. If you do the hashtag replay thing, that's totally fine. I know not everybody can meet the same schedule that I have. And really, I think that's the bulk of it for right now. I'm going to double check myself because I'm in a fluster and I know I will miss stuff, and I don't want to do that for you guys. So I'm going to double check my brain. So the 200 PRV, attending meetings via live or replay, participating in the FB groups, maintaining a front line. So I know some of you lost frontline last month. It's totally okay. It's one of those things that happens. And I will give you 2 months grace to add to your team. So you've got this month and next month and next month. Hello, with that free shooting star kit. We should all be having recruiting conversations without a doubt. Ultimately, my goal for you is that you have more than one frontline. Getting one is great, but that doesn't mean the conversations stop. You need to continue to have those and keep adding to your group, because inevitably people are going to come and go in this business. It's just the nature of direct sales. And in order to continue being a leader, then you kind of got to have somebody to follow, right? So anyway, that was of importance, and wanted to make sure you knew that was required. Again, this week will be your week to get caught up. I'm giving you guys a lot of grace in this. Please don't abuse it. I will be checking on Monday to see who's been attending meetings, checking those PRVs, and I'll probably be in touch with probably pretty much everybody, and we'll go from there. All right. So the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is the Grow with the Flow Spring Summer Incentive. This is a very doable incentive for every person in Cincy, every Cincy consultant. I remember last year we did one that was really similar, and several brand new consultants, like people joined the first month it was available, and they earned a level 3 before the whole thing was over. As leaders, we need to earn incentives, and I'm preaching to myself right here, right along with you guys. Last year I had more than enough PRV, but I did not meet the recruiting requirements. So that is really a big call to action for myself for this year. And honestly, I heard it on the director calls, like, leaders, no, it wasn't the director call. It was from Chloe Cox. She said, real leaders earn incentives, period. No excuses. That's just what we do. And I liked it, and I agree with her. And so I am going full throttle into Grow with the Flow, and I hope you guys are as well. Normally, I would go and do a really big push with the Greatest Dreamers group as a whole and really push everybody toward earning it and all of that. And while I do want everyone to earn it, I'm kind of going to push you little birdies out of your nest, and I am challenging you to go talk to, talk to and encourage and work with your front lines to get them to earn it. I think that's part of our jobs as their leader, as their sponsor, is to encourage them. So the first step is going to be sending them a message and saying, hey, you're going to try to earn this. If the answer is no, then you're going to ask them why and go from there. And I trust your judgment on what you're going to say with that. If the answer is yes, this is the kind of incentive you don't have to have some big, long, massive 6-month plan to earn. It's really just go for it. Now, as far as there needs to be some sort of planning, it's not going to just fall in your lap, of course. You need to be planning how and when you're going to get that PRV. My advice would be do most of your recruiting in March and April so that you got a couple of extra months to get them to certified. And if you need to like parcel out the PRV requirements, then that's fine. You know, whatever, I'm not mathing, it's less than 1,000 a month PRV. Excuse me, I guess I could math, my phone is right here. So it's 3,500 total for level 3. And that's the other thing, if they are going to earn it, what level do they want? So even if they're going for the highest level, it's 875 PRV on average per month, which is a doable thing. It sounds scary to some people. I get that. So in turn, what I'm going to be focusing on Greatest Dreamers isn't going to be so much specifically geared toward, hey, go earn this incentive. We're going to be doing things over there that's talking about how to get PRV, how to have joint conversations. A couple of the leaders and I are going to do a 6 Skills of the Selling System challenge group. We haven't named it yet, so I just made that up, and that's even news to them as they watch this. But we're going to do that, so that should help everybody, and we're not going to launch it to April. So I want you guys to be working with your front line this month to start moving them in that direction. My hat has stuff on it. And then when we do that in April, hopefully it will bolster them, it will help them, because even then you're going to have another 3 months, and that's going to be a 6-week program. But anyway, just as a reminder, let me find my screen share. If you haven't looked already, this is on Workstation. It is in the incentive tab. If you don't have your doodad over here open, I like to keep mine closed because I just do. It's the $sign one. This is on the How to Earn tab on the incentive section. I learned from Sarah Walker at World Tour in Dallas. It's a section. So now I have something to call it. Qualification period started on March 1st. It goes through the end of June, 4 full months. There is an FAQ. You should probably check it out. Level 1, easy peasy, 1,000 PRV total. I mean, total in 4 months. That's not much. And then 1 new consultant to certified. Now, if you are already a leader and you have people on your team who joined before the 1st, then and they're not certified, they are not going to qualify for this. So they have to be someone who joined Cincy between March 1st and June 30th and promote to certified in that time frame. Okay, so and that's the case throughout all 3 levels. Just remember that, because sometimes that part gets confusing if you already have team members who are essential and then they promote to certified and you don't get points for it and you don't know why. That's why, because it's in the rules and the qualification. So level 1, 1,000 PRV in 4 months and 1 new consultant to certified. That is absolutely 100% easy to do, relatively, for anybody. So anybody could earn level 1. The rewards, the new season sales kit for Scent, an exclusive warmer, and 500 points for the bigger, larger trip fall winter incentive. And it's always good to get extra points for an incentive. Level 2, 2,500 PRV in the 4-month time frame, and 2 new consultants, 2 certified by the end of June. There are options on this reward. You can get the new season sales kit, home and scent. You can get exclusive warmer and 1,500 points, or you can opt for a $300 shopping spree to one of 4 name brand stores. The stores are Apple, Marriott, Delta, and Nike. If my child, I almost said husband because I'm looking at him. If my child hears that, he will want the Nike, but he doesn't get to pick. Level 3, I would love to see all of you as leaders aiming for level 3. That's selling 3,500 PRV in the 4 months, 3 new consultants, 2 certified by the end of June. And again, you have 2 options under level 3. All of the things above. So you get the new season sales kit for home and scent. You get the exclusive warmer. Plus, you get a 2-piece luggage set, Scentsy branded luggage, and they do like the hard-sided luggage. It's really good stuff. I mean, they did stuff for leadership. I'm assuming it's the same kind of thing, and it was hard-sided. So I bet it's going to be for this as well. And the picture that they showed us at World Tour looked like hard-side luggage. In addition, you get the 3,000 points toward the fall winter incentive, and you get a $300 shopping spree. And not or instead of all that, you can opt for a $1,000 shopping spree to one of those 4 name brand stores. And if that wasn't good enough or enough, then there is a top 50 qualification. The top 50 level 3 earners will get their option 1 or option 2. But the top 50 with the highest cumulative GWV of their eligible recruits will get an all expenses paid trip to Scentsy's leadership event for you and a guest in January. My assumption with this is that they are going back to the old school leadership that hopefully is going to be someplace warm and beachy and exotic for January. The one I had opportunity to go to was in New Orleans. It was probably more cost effective, but hopefully they're going back to something. I know years past they've done Moon Palace. Last year they had a leadership retreat in Hawaii. I don't know. I don't have a clue what they're doing. They haven't announced where it's going to be, but you could get an all expenses paid trip to wherever that's going to be. But I do want to make sure you guys understand that top 50 is going to be determined by everybody who earns level 3, and then it's going to be ordered by who has the highest cumulative GWV of the eligible recruits. So you have to have 3 recruits get to certified in this 4-month period to earn level 3. But you could have more than that. You could have 6, 7, 10 people who join and get to certified in that time frame, and that would go toward that GWV. Or you may have 3 absolute rock stars who also want to earn this opportunity, and if they all get 3,500 PRV in that time frame, let me do math. That's 2625 times 3 people doing that. That puts you at 7,875 GWV. So, I mean, but it's got to be just those. It's not your whole team. It's just the people, that group that joins and hits certified in that time frame. So I wanted to qualify that, make sure you understood that. The FAQ is here with all of the details and any questions that you might have, except for the fact that it doesn't tell us where. Where it's going to, as far as leadership is concerned, and then the tracker is here as well. I'm behind. I have got orders I need to put in, but the tracker is up and ready to go. And then they're hoping to do a printable tracker soon and then have pictures of the rewards as well, because they haven't announced them all. So if you have any questions about how to earn the incentive, please reach out to me or to your sponsor. And I am charging all of you to go out, have conversations with your frontline. If your frontline has frontline, and hopefully they're in this and they're hearing it as well, charge them to do the same. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Our jobs really is to train our frontline, to train their frontline, to train their frontline, to train their frontline. That's the way it's supposed to work. It doesn't always work, and I know sometimes you have people who don't do the things that they're supposed to do, but you know, and if you know that's the case, it's absolutely okay to reach beyond that, because whenever you get to director, they will tell you that ultimately you are responsible for everybody underneath you that does not have a director. So if there's no director between you and them, you are responsible stewardship-wise for those people. Hopefully you're doing your job well enough that it's the frontline thing, but there's nothing wrong or against policy or against standards or anything like that to reach deeper. If you want to do that, that's fine. But I encourage you to do a good job with your front line so they do a good job with their front line to minimize your efforts. It may not be a big deal right now when you are 1 or 2 deep or 2 or 3 deep and you've only got 10 or 15 people to deal with, but I promise you when you start getting up into the 50s and 100s, that's a lot of people. That's a big tree that you're having to trickle down. And it's doable, but it sure does take a whole lot of time away from your business, and your business needs to be number one. As I mentioned before, a couple of weeks ago, I don't think I told you guys first, but I announced that I was rearranging meetings so that I could spend the first week of the month working on my business, setting up my PRV and my recruiting and all of those things, so I could spend a couple of weeks ironing all of that out and working through it while also coaching and mentoring everybody in my downline. So that's kind of the plan I'm going for. Last week was kind of a cluster mug. I could use other words, but I won't. But I've had major technological difficulties. I'm still having them. And that's just the way it is. So it was a push and difficult last week for me, but that's okay. We're going to work it out. We're going to keep doing the thing. And someday it will all work out and it'll all be fine. I just keep telling myself that. But I need to go because I got to go run a brush through my hair and take this cap off and head out. I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. Mwah. Go forward, do good work. And I'm excited to see how many people earn this. I mean, it's doable for all of us. I would love to see half the team earn level 1. So hit me up if you already know what level you want to earn and you want some help or you want some accountability in that. Shoot me a Facebook Messenger or a text message, and I will help hold you accountable to what you need to do to earn whatever level it is that you want to earn. And remember that this incentive is really laying the foundation, creating good habits toward working on the larger incentive that will be announced this summer that we will work on in the fall. So it's a building block, laying foundations, setting those cornerstones kind of thing. And I know each and every one of you can do it. You can definitely earn level 1. Let's go for it. Mwah. I love you guys, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.